Outside. Find the money. Good. Okay. So this is the Kabaka's palace. We have to first go to the office. Hey boy. It's my edu in why no Uganda. Okay.
Vanessa, there is a lady called Vanessa.
The mom submitted the number 315. That number is correct.
What do you know? Change your name. $150.
This is the Uganda. The Uganda for you. Map ya Uganda. Kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebitu. Oh. Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangaale. Hello. It's okay, sorry.
And he's the one who requested for the independence of Uganda, and that's why we bury our kings. There are 4 kings that were buried. This is our current king, and this is the queen of Uganda. These are the children for the king. If a first child is a boy in our culture, it's not allowed to succeed.
First child is a boy?
Yeah, it will never become a heir of the king.
Okay, so who's the heir?
It's the last born because he has only 2 sons.
It's still a boy though, it's still a man,
boy.
but not the last born.
No.
And what if there's only one?
According to the constitution of Uganda, he look upon the brothers. If the brothers are too old, those are the sons of brothers and pick one. But
So how old is this one now?
it's now 13 years. But if they're all boys, this one can't succeed, he'll never become a heir, but he can write a will and chooses among all his boys and pick one. The one who has the leadership.
Yeah.
The one who has some kindness within is the one who becomes some criteria where he writes a will and chooses among those. The reason why the first child is not allowed at the beginning, that King Mtesa had 84 wives.
Oh wow.
He had 124 children. So the brothers killed their eldest brother so that it doesn't become a heir. That's the reason why they changed the constitution.
Okay.
But in girl in our culture can succeed because in Uganda we have 53 tribes. We have only 5 major kingdoms. So we have a lot of intermarriages. I can be Uganda and I get married to
I thought we were going to first start with the history here. It's called Mwami. Tubaye tumanye tutandikiza wali mu.
Tusobola okumalirawo tusobola okutandikirawo engeri gye babaddemu.
Tumalirewo.
Kati mujja fluent nkozesa Luzungu, Luganda mainly.
Oluzungu
Use English.
Zende muna Kenya. Ono Muganda mwava wali wa Mutoro.
We use English and
okay.
We use English and
Okay.
Uganda. We can explain to this
Okay.
man. He knows even in Uganda.
Zivuddeyo Zivuddeyo.
cuts. These are what?
Yes, like reeds. They're
Reeds,
called
yeah.
reeds. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a product of the
You
elephant
change them every
grass.
time.
Yeah, they are changed regularly. Yeah.
Sajja bali mu kulongoosa.
So I think let us use this shade here. Yeah, due to the sun. Okay. So you're most welcome at the King's Palace, Buganda Kingdom. Yeah, we are at the capital or the headquarters of the kingdom. Yeah, the main palace for the king. In the country Uganda, we do have kingdoms, though they are symbolic. These kingdoms do not have political powers. In Uganda, we have 5 main kingdoms. We have kingdoms like Busoga, it is in the east when you cross River Nile. We have Bunyoro, it is in the west along Lake Albert. We have Ankole Kingdom and Toro Kingdom. These can be found in the southwestern part of Uganda. Yeah, but Buganda Kingdom occupies the central. You can find Buganda along the northern central shores of Lake Victoria. So for the past years, this kingdom has been the dominant. It is the same kingdom which gives the country Uganda the name. The British are the ones who cancelled B during the colonial times from Buganda, and we go to Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah, so they did this to ease the administration and the exploitation of resources. So Buganda is one of the oldest kingdoms we have in the east and central of Africa.
Okay.
It has been in existence over the 800 past years. For all those 800 years, the kingdom has had 36 kings. The reigning king or the serving king, we call him Kabaka. Kabaka means king. He is the supreme ruler of the kingdom. When the king is passed or late, we call him Sekabaka. Sekabaka means late. So the kingdom has 35 Sekabakas and 1 Kabaka. Kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebi II today is the 36th king of Uganda. So he does not sleep here.
Is it 30?
60th. Yeah. He does not sleep here. The reason that's why he can't sleep in the place is due to the bad history and the memories attached on this palace. This palace was once attacked by Idi Amin. A number of Ugandans were tortured and were killed from here. And in the culture of the kingdom, the king is not allowed to shed blood intentionally. So we believe that this place was once a bloodshed. That's why he can't sleep in it. But he has his offices here as the king. When he has the visitors to meet, he meets them from here. After meeting them, he proceeds out to other palaces. So Buganda is a clan-based kingdom with 56 clans. Each clan with a clan symbol, which we call a totem. So we have 56 totems.
56.
Yeah. Some totems are animals, some are plants, some are insects, others are birds. In the culture of the kingdom, if your totem is edible,
Okay.
you can't eat it. We have edible totems. Like people who come from the mushroom clan, those people can't eat mushrooms. People who come from the sheep, they can't eat sheep.
Cow.
We have people who come from the lungfish, those people can't eat lungfish. The grasshopper clan, people do not eat the grasshoppers. In East Africa, we do eat the grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are one of the sweetest delicacies we have early November, late December. Actually, ladies enjoy them so much in the culture of the kingdom. So we have people who come from that clan, so they can't eat the grasshoppers. This culture is still respected up to date. And whenever kings came on the throne, each king had a role of identifying a place where he can build his palace. Kings liked hilltops for the strategic importance and security purposes. So the first king to occupy here, we call him King Mwanga or Kabaka Mwanga. Yeah, he was the first king to establish his capital here. He got this hill from the people of the Hippopotamus clan. A hippopotamus is also a clan in our culture. And the people of the Hippo are herbalists. They have a role.
How do you call a hippo?
It's called Mvubu.
Mvubu.
Yeah. I don't know if it's called in Kiswahili, but
Swahili, what's that name? Kiboko.
yeah, Kiboko. Yeah. Yeah. In Uganda, the Mvubu is called, so the Hippo is called Mvubu. So in the culture of the Mvubu clan, these people are herbalists. They have a role of providing medicine and the herbs to the people of the kingdom. So they had many of their grinding stones here, which they could use to grind the herbs and the medicine. In the local language, which is Luganda, a grinding stone is called Olubengo when it is singular. When the plural form, they are called Mengo, where today the hill is deriving its name from. So people, the hill is called Mengo Hill or Mengo Palace, meaning the hill of the grinding stones. Mwanga as a king, he came into power during the colonial era. He clashed with the British. They fought so many battles with the British government. Actually, these battles caused his death. When he died, he was buried in Kasubi tombs. Today, Kasubi is a World UNESCO Heritage Site. In 2001, UNESCO ranked it to be the world's biggest grass-thatched house. It is a huge hut. In it, we can find 4 bodies of the last 4 kings of Uganda. It is in a format of an overturned woven basket. Yeah, it is one of the most visited sites we have in Kampala. It's the only cultural UNESCO heritage site. Yeah. So in our culture, the throne is from father to son, but first sons do not become kings.
First wait.
Yeah.
You said in Kasubi tombs,
Yeah.
you find there, that's where they bury the kings.
Yeah.
And you told us so far this kingdom has had 36 kings.
Yeah.
So all the bodies are there, or we have
No,
4?
we have last 4 there. In the culture of the kingdom, each king had a role of identifying a place where he can build his palace.
Okay.
Kings liked hilltops for the strategic importance and security purposes. When that king died, chances were high for him to be buried in that very place which he identified.
Okay.
That meant that it is the end of his regime. When the new king comes in, he had also a role of identifying a place where he could build his palace to make up his own regime. So Mutesa, that Kasubi was his palace. When he died, he was buried there. His son Mwanga made his capital here in Mengo, where we are now. But Mwanga was exiled, and his son Daudichwa was made to be king when his dad was still alive in the Seychelles Island. So when the dad died, they couldn't bring his body and be buried here, since his son was using this palace. So they took Mwanga's body to his father's place, Kasubi,
yes.
and he was buried together with his dad. So those two were the first king to be buried there.
Mwanga.
Even the son, the Mwanga's son Daudichwa also followed the same.
Okay.
Then Mutesa II, the same story. So we have 4 kings buried there. In our culture, the throne is from father to son, but first sons do not become kings. The first son is given a title to be the caretaker of the entire family, but not to be king. Again, the first son is always the chief advisor to the son who becomes the king. Any son from the second son to the last son, they can succeed on the throne. In Buganda kingdom again, children are paternal, they take the father's clans. But the side of kings, kingship is maternal. Kings take mother's clans. We do not have a ruling clan in our culture. So each clan has an equal opportunity to give birth to the king. Since mothers keep on changing, also kingship will vary clan to clan. The second man to stay here was called King David Chwa. He came on the throne when he was just 1 year old. So when he became king, he was,
Let me push yourself.
yeah, he was given reagents to help him in decision making. Mwanga grew up at the age of 17. He was the first king of Uganda to travel so many outside countries. When he reached Britain, he was the king who admired the modern buildings and structures. When he came back, he was the king who embarked on the construction of this modern palace, this house. This is one of the oldest structures we have in Uganda, built in 1922 and finished in 1933. By that time in Africa, it was extremely difficult to find a modern house. So we call him the first king to sleep in a modern palace. Yeah, when we look at it, it is in the fashion of the British.
Yeah.
To be more specific, it was a visit in the Buckingham Palace of the Queen.
So the plan was got from that side.
Yeah, it was got from that side. He was a liberal king. His exposure to Europe gave him an idea that both sex can be given equal opportunities. In African societies, we never prioritize the girl child. Whenever a girl reached the age of 9, 10, 12, marriage was the way forward. When he came back, he was the king who embarked on girl child education. He made sure that girls go to school. During his time, we got the first woman doctor in Uganda called Lady Josephine. Now this is Daudi Chwa. Yeah, we got Lady Josephine Nambos in Makerere University. When you visit Makerere University Library, you can find her sect there.
That was the first doctor.
Yeah, she was the first woman doctor in Uganda.
Okay.
To be more specific, he emancipated more of women. He was the king who allowed women to eat eggs and chicken, because our culture never permitted ladies to enjoy eggs and chicken. We believed that they cause infertility.
Okay.
Yeah, this gentleman, he unfortunately died of diabetes when he was 43 and was buried at Kasubi tombs. His son, called Mutesa II, became the last king to reside in this palace. And Mutesa is the dad to the reigning or the serving king today. Mutesa was the same king who was living here when Idi Amin attacked this palace. We got our independence on 9th October 1962. King Mutesa became the president of Uganda. He was same time king, same time president. He got misunderstandings between him and his prime minister called Milton Obote. Then Obote ordered Idi Amin, who was the military commander, and Idi Amin attacked this palace. A number of Ugandans were tortured and were killed from here. Furthermore, the king ran into exile in Britain, where he died from in 1969. It is alleged that the king died of poison. By that time, there is no report was made on the king's death. His body remained there up to 1971. Here, Obote had made himself president and had turned this palace into a barrack. Soldiers were living here. Obote's abolishing of kingdoms was a way of demoralizing the people of the kingdom, that their palace will never be brought back to them. And again, it was Idi Amin who betrayed Obote through a coup. Idi Amin declared himself as the life president of Uganda. He continued using this palace as a barracks, even had Israelis, and they built an armory down, which later was turned to be a torture chamber.
So there's a torture chamber here?
Yeah, we are going to see it. Okay. So we have these vehicles here. They belong to King Mutesa, Uganda's first constitutional president. In the late 50s, this gentleman was recognized to be one of the richest men in Africa. He could drive very good and expensive vehicles. But when he was sent by Obote to attack this palace, he received orders that everything which belongs to the king had to be destroyed. Most of the king's cars were burnt, others were smashed using tractors and buried in the ground. These were just picked from where they were thrown and all collected from here. So these are different parts of different vehicles. On top, this black one's a type of a Benz Daimler, which was burnt. The Daimler Benz is sitting on a frame of a Cadillac. The Cadillac was smashed. Then at the back, we have wheels of a Rolls-Royce limousine. You can still see the Rolls-Royce from here. This was also smashed badly using tractors.
There are how many vehicles?
There are 3 here.
3 here.
Yeah. The Benz Daimler, the Cadillac, and the Rolls-Royce.
There's another vehicle I came across in Kampala.
Yeah.
Actually was parked at Ganesh Plaza.
Yeah.
And it was I think it's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Silver in color, and I hear that car also belongs to the Kabaka one.
To the
It's like one
Kabaka.
of those which was not in the Kabaka's place at that particular time, and
Yeah.
it kind of escaped.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's been there for a long time,
Yeah.
somewhere hidden in the basement.
Yeah. Actually, when the palace was attacked, a lot of things were looted. Even many of his other cars were sold. Yeah. I had a Bentley. It is alleged that it was sold to South Africa. Yeah. Bentley, for the Roses, actually he had 3. One of them was fixed and it was given to his son, the reigning king, as a birthday gift. He has one of the father's cars. Yeah.
Such a loss.
Yeah. So we are going to proceed here to this machine. Idi Amin is gone. When Idi Amin became Uganda's president, he declared himself as the life president of Uganda.
Life.
He continued using this place as a military barracks. And to be more specific, he continued using this palace, and he was a close friend to Colonel Muammar Gaddafi of Libya.
Yes.
He had rumors that they were planning a coup against his government. He ran to Gaddafi and collected some support of military tools, and this was one of them. There were quite many here, but when the kingdoms were reinstated, other weapons were shifted and were taken by the central government of Museveni.
So those are the things that the Uganda government is always asking.
Not really.
Hey.
The Uganda government is asking, I think, for the federal system, other assets of the kingdom which are not yet even handed back. They're asking for such items, not for machines and guns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I've heard them be like,
Yeah.
even to your face.
Yeah, even to be fair, they mean the assets which belong to the kingdom. So this machine belongs to him, Idi Amin. He's from Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. There were quite many here. When the kingdoms were reinstated, others were shifted and they were taken. This was retained back because it was no longer working and to act as a memory that the palace was once a barracks. Gaddafi was a good ally with the Soviets. The machine itself traces its origin from the Soviets. Yeah. Though when you try to read on the tires, they originated from East Germany. Again, they were close allies with the Soviets. Yeah. So it has stayed in the 1970s up to date. Yeah.
So these are the tires that were there?
Yes.
Since then?
Yeah. So we are going to proceed down to the torture chambers, then we come back and see the Royal Mile. Yeah. So the palace where we are, it is sitting on 260 acres of land, and the king gave an opportunity to the people who are living around here to utilize the land by growing crops on it. Among the crops grown here specifically, we have bananas. Uganda is a country blessed